heading to Punta Cana.
That's right, and for the first time we're connecting through
Atlanta.
And Atlanta is a crazy airport, I understand. We've never been there before. It's huge. It's the busiest airport in the United States. And it has a very interesting setup the way their terminals are. There's Terminal T and then Terminal A through F.
And E and F are international terminals.
And to get from one end to the other, it's, believe it or not, 1.5 miles. So we'll take you along and we'll show you how to navigate Atlanta's airport. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Airport, please.
Our trip began at 4 a.m. at Myrtle Beach Airport. And it was a short 1-hour flight from Myrtle Beach to Atlanta. In Atlanta, and we just landed, we're in Concourse Terminal B, and we have to get to E. This is quite a place. We'll show you how we do it. So one thing I like so far is that compared to Charlotte, the corridor here is very wide. You don't have people on top of each other. We also noticed that there were plenty of well-organized signs to help point you in the right direction. Each terminal has a center location, and the gates run north and south off the center. In the center you'll find food, but more importantly, the escalator to go downstairs to find the hallway and the train plane to take you to the next terminal. When you get downstairs, you'll find the train that will take you to the next terminal. Just look up and make sure you get on the one that's going in the direction that you want to go. Also, if by chance you want to walk to the next terminal, it's here that you'll find the walkways to take you there. The train plane automatically stops at each of the terminals in the direction that it's going, with clear announcements.
Welcome aboard the plane train. Please hold on. This train is departing. The next stop is for E gates. E as in echo.
Now when you get off the train, just look for the escalator going up. That will take you to your terminal. Getting from Terminal B to Terminal E took us less than 10 minutes by taking the train. Oh, and the train is free.
Hey, we made it to Terminal E, and it's a really large food court, and now we're enjoying our coffee.
Of note, the center of Terminal E has one of the larger food courts. We had a 3-hour layover, and Atlanta is a very busy airport. So if you're a plane buff like me, there was plenty to see to keep you occupied. Hey, so that's our first experience at Atlanta Airport. We'll be leaving soon for Punta Cana, and then we'll pick this video up when we return and have to go through immigration here at Atlanta. Be interesting to compare to see how it compares to Charlotte, because Charlotte's always a mess when we come back into the country, right?
Yes, always.
Always. All right, so we'll pick it up then. So our flight here to Punta Cana connecting through Atlanta Airport was actually pretty easy. Everything went well. Now tomorrow we're heading back and we're coming back through Atlanta Airport and going through, Customs and Border Control. So we'll show you how that goes too. But in the meantime, we have one more day in paradise. The next day, we left Punta Cana Airport and headed back to Atlanta. Our plan was to use the MPC app, which is a free download, to get through Customs and Immigration at Atlanta Airport a little bit quicker. We landed at the International Terminal, Terminal E, went through passport control, then we had to go through TSA, which bogged us down, before we could head to our connecting flight over at Terminal T. Of note, the MPC app on our phone did help us get through passport control and immigration a little bit quicker. National, and now we have to go to T Terminal, which is 1.5 miles away. Fortunately, as you saw at the beginning of this video, they have a great transportation system with a train that goes from terminal to terminal. As far as coming in through passport control, it was a little bit quicker with the MPC, but then going through TSA check, they put pre-check US and everybody all in one line. That took about an hour. So it's still crazy here, just like it is at Charlotte. So we're in E, as you can see, and we have to get to T. So we're going to get on this train right here. Get on this train right here. Over here. It was around 6 p.m. and the train was a little bit crowded. Okay, so with this train plane, we're able to get from International Gate E to T for our next flight. It's 1.5 miles away. It would have taken us over an hour to walk, but with the train, we did it in 10 minutes. Then when you exit the train, just look for the escalator and go up, and that brings you up to the gates. Very easy, and this part's very well organized. So once you get up the escalator, it's really a short walk to find your gate, and there is food at each of the terminals. And again, we're in T terminal. Welcome back. Thank you. All right, so what's the conclusion on Atlanta Airport? Well, that train plane is a godsend because our gates were 1.5 miles apart coming back. And as I said before, we made it within like 10 minutes. So that's a really good addition that they have here at the Atlanta Airport. Makes getting from gate to gate much better and much easier than over at Charlotte, where you have to walk and walk and walk for 30, 35 minutes. So that's actually a plus. Now, as far as coming in through immigration, a little bit quicker with the MPC form, and that's a free download. No interviews are required, and that did get us through the line a little quicker. But then we got bogged down at the TSA because we had to go through TSA again, and they put all the people in one line, and that took probably a good 40 minutes to get through.
Barnett Road, last and final call for Barnett Road.
So my suggestion is if you're coming in from... My suggestion, if you're coming in from overseas, if you're coming in from overseas, make sure you have 2 hours if you have a connecting flight, if you're coming into Charlotte or if you're coming into Atlanta, because it's going to take that long to get through the process. But it was all worth it to spend a week in paradise in Punta Cana. Until next time, safe travels.